Group G is a football lover's dream as it contains several of the world's top players. Kaká will be on display for Brazil, Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, Ivory Coast hopes Didier Drogba will participate, and even Group Minnows North Korea possess a tremendous talent in Jong Tae-si. The Brazilians, as usual, are one of the World Cup favorites, but don't expect to see the prototypical Brazilian squad on display this summer. The Samba days are over under manager Dunga, who has opted for a more European approach. With players like Kaká, Luis Fabiano, Robinho, Lucio, and Maicon, Brazil is one of the best all-around teams in the world, and is certainly poised for a long stay in South Africa. Côte d'Ivoire is probably the best African side in the tournament in terms of pure talent, but it still might not be enough to get out of this brutal group. In addition to Drogba, the Ivorians boast several household names such as Salomon Kalou, Yaya Toure, and Emmanuel Eboué. While the attack and the midfield are very strong, defense can sometimes be an issue, which isn't a good thing when you're paired with Brazil and Portugal. Speaking of the Portuguese, it's a wonder they are even here after a gruesome qualifying campaign forced Portugal into the UEFA playoffs in order to qualify. What's even more shocking is that Ronaldo failed to net even one goal along the way. With his lack of production, other players such as Simão Sabrosa and Liedson took the team by the reins and steered them to South Africa. If Ronaldo can't find the back of the net in this group, however, the Portuguese might be sent packing rather prematurely. The final team, Korea DPR, is out to prove that it's not just happy to be here. There's little chance they will win a game in Group G, but at least the world will be exposed to Jong, who has been hailed as the Asian Wayne Rooney. Who will advance from Group G? Let's head to the predictions and find out. There's not really any suspense as to whom I think will place fourth. It has to be the North Koreans. This is a team with a surprisingly good defense, and maybe, just maybe, would have a shot to advance in one of the weaker groups. Not here, though. As good as Jong is, North Korea will struggle to score one goal this summer, but at least it will gain experience against some of the world's best teams. There's really no shame in finishing third in this group, but the team that does will still feel tremendous disappointment. Brazil is too good to stumble this early, so that will leave Portugal and Ivory Coast to battle it out for second. In the end, Portugal is better all around, particularly at the back, and will top the African side in the standings. In almost any other group, Ivory Coast would likely go through and even challenge for the top spot. This arrangement, by my measure, is going to expose its defensive deficiencies and leave Ivory Coast on the outside looking in. That leaves Brazil and Portugal, two of the top three teams in the world according to FIFA, as the squads that I like to advance. I believe both teams will win their first two games and draw in the head-to-head meeting on June 25th. Brazil will have the better goal differential, however, and will claim the top spot in Group G. Both of these teams would much rather win the group than place second because that would likely translate into a round of 16 matchup against Group H winner Spain. Well, those are my picks for Group G. Thank you for listening. Check out my blog, Off the Woodwork, for more previews and capsules of all 32 teams participating in the 2010 World Cup.